Okay, students. Now discuss about the lymphatic system. Okay, two types of the fluids present in the body of human beings. One is the lymph, and the one is the blood. Now study about the lymphatic system. Okay, lymphatic system is with lymph capillaries. Lymph capillaries open into lymph vessels. Lymph vessels open into lymph ducts. Okay, these are the having lumens. These are the having cavities. In its lumen, these are flows the lymph. Lymph ducts having the lymph finally drains or empties the lymph into the venous system. Into the venous system. At the junction of the internal jugular vein and subclavian vein. Okay, lymph ducts open to the thoracic duct. This is the largest lymphatic duct, also called left thoracic duct, left lymphatic duct, also called chyliferous duct. This is the duct empties the lymph is the fluid into the venous system at the junction of left internal jugular vein and the subclavian vein. Okay, students. In this lymph vessels, lymph ducts having walls in its inner surface. Okay, students. Now, what about the formation of the lymph? Okay, in this is the blood vessel called artery. At the tissue region in the body, at the tissue region in the organ, this is the artery divides into blood capillaries. Divides into blood capillaries called arterioles. The blood flows through the lumen of the arterioles, having high blood pressure. Having high blood pressure. By the amount of the blood pressure, the substances present in the substances present in the blood entered into the extracellular fluid. Extracellular fluid means these are the cells in the tissues, the space present between the cells having the fluid, that is called extracellular fluid, ECF. That means the fluid present outside the cells. The substances present in the blood entered into the ECF. Mainly these are nutrients and the salts, electrolytes and the oxygen. Okay, and now this is causing the colloidal osmotic pressure of the plasma of the blood present in the venules. These are the venules. When the amount of the substances enters into the ECF from the blood of the arteriole, this is causes increasing the colloidal osmotic pressure of the plasma of the blood of venules. Okay, and it is causes the absorption of the 85% of the extracellular fluid into the blood of the venules. Okay, amount of the ECF is there in the tissue region. From this, 85% is absorbed into the blood of the venules, and remaining 15% of the ECF that enters into the separate type of the capillaries. These are called lymph capillaries. 15% of the ECF enters into the lymph capillaries, that is called lymph. Once the ECF enters into the lumen of the lymph capillaries, that is termed with the lymph. This is transfers through lymph capillaries, lymph vessels, lymph ducts, and finally drain into the venous system. at the junction of internal jugular vein and subclavian vein. Okay students, this is about the formation of the lymph. Okay, in this the lymph is collected from the blood and finally empties into the drains into the blood. Lymph is collected from the blood and finally entered into the drain into the blood. Lymph is separates from the blood and finally added with the blood. After the transports via the lymph capillaries, lymph vessels, lymph ducts. Okay students, now what about the transport system of the lymph? Okay, right side of the lymph collected from the lymph capillaries. Right side of the lymph collected from the lymph capillaries. For example, arm, right side of the arm, right arm, and face region, neck region, head region. Lymph collected from the lymph capillaries and finally collected into the right side of the thoracic duct and empties the lymph into the venous system via the right internal jugular vein, right subclavian vein, and left side of the lymph is collected from the lymph capillaries and empties into the collected into the left lymphatic duct, left thoracic duct, and empties the lymph into the venous system via the junction of the left internal jugular vein, left subclavian vein. Okay students, next what about the lymphatic organs? Lymphatic organs are spleen, thymus, tonsils, mucosa associated lymphatic tissue, malt, appendix. Spleen, what about the spleen? Spleen is the largest lymphatic organ. It is located at the left part of the abdomen and left to the stomach. This is reservoir of the lymphocytes and the red blood cells. Okay students, this is the spleen is act as a hemopoietic organ. Hemopoietic organ means produces red blood cells up to the 5th month of the gestation period. Gestation period means the period of the pregnancy. Next, thymus. Thymus is the one of the lymphoid organ. This is locates behind the sternum. Sternum is the middle bone. Of the thoracic region. This is the thymus. Thymus helps in the differentiation of the T lymphocytes, which helps in the destruction of the microorganisms. Next, tonsils. Tonsils are lymphoid structures, lymph nodes, and locates at the back side of the throat. And mucosa associated lymphoid tissue, some amount of the parts in the body like skin and the part of the respiratory system and parts of the alimentary canal or the food tube, gastrointestinal tract, having the lymphoid tissue in the form of the mucosa membrane, that is called MALT, mucosa associated lymphoid tissue. Next, appendix. Appendix is the small sac-like structure. It is also called vermiform appendix. It is the part of the colon. Okay students. Next, another one, composition of the lymph. Which substances present in the lymph? What are the substances present in the lymph? Lymph is with proteins and fatty acids, glycerol, water molecules, plasma proteins, electrolytes, white blood cells mostly with the lymphocytes. Okay, and antibodies, these are protein molecules and enzymes and the hormones. lymph is with the absence of the red blood cells. Okay, students. Now, what about the function of the lymph? Lymph is transports the lymphocytes into the blood to destroy the microorganisms. Okay, and lymph also helps in transport of the transport of the fats in the form of the fatty acids and the glycerol via the lacteals of the small intestine. Okay, lymph is helps in destruction of the different microorganisms. Okay, students, this is an account about the lymphatic system.